Hey, what's up, Coke Zero Virgin gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good today on things I still have to do that I have not done. I gotta build these. I have a bunch of these little things, these little Mega Constructs Pokeball things. We got Bidoof. We got God himself humbling us on top of a nice little Premier Ball. Oh, that's super cool, right? They look like this. I built a few. I got a bunch of them. I mean, they're just making these out. My addictive brain will buy literally anything that has Pokemon on it, and I will not think twice about it. Hell, they could put out like a Pokemon enema or something like that. I'll be like, man, my colon really does need to be cleaned out. And who better to do it than Pikachu? That's the only guy I trust with. Anyway, want to talk a little about content, which, by the way, I appreciate it. Yesterday's video did freaking fantastic for me just talking about full art cards. It's not something I was expecting. You guys tune in. Hey, if you didn't like that video, that's cool too. You didn't like full art cards. I completely understand. I still feel how I do about them. Some people say I was just making that video. Just no, I genuinely feel about that stuff. The Charizard, you got a meme on Charizard a little bit. He's a crusty old lizard. I definitely probably wouldn't actually put him at number 12, but he's still definitely not my favorite. Blastoise legitimately is number 1. Anyway, content, views, all that stuff. I get asked quite a bit. Oh, what do you do for your videos? How do you get You're looking at what I'm doing right now. This is literally how I sit down, I get like a vague topic, and I just kind of spitball and like put something together. I don't know what people think the process is. I don't know what, like, if I got a genie or something, I just rub and make wishes and go like, please bless me with crazy content views or something like that, which I once again don't have. There's so many people in the Pokemon community that are killing it and stuff like that I personally think makes better content. But anyway, like high view videos and stuff like that. I mean, we're going to talk about something in Pokemon. Let's make fun of someone's content a little bit, not like too much. But high views in the Pokemon community space. Let's actually look at a case study and see what it takes to get a lot of views in the Pokemon community or on a Pokemon topic or just anything in Pokemon in general because of how broad it is now, how accessible it is to everybody. Hell, anybody can just throw some stuff out there. Let's look at a high view video and a high profile topic, shall we? Let's do a little bit of theory diving.
You know the story of Cubone, right?
No.
They're Charmanders. Charmanders that never had their tails lit.
Okay. All right, Pokemon fans, I get it. Okay, don't get mad at me. I'm bringing this up for a reason. I know what that man said. I get it. I'm not stupid as well. I know that's not how Charmanders work. We'll get to that here in a second. I'm bringing this up because this is a very popular video that keeps getting circulated. It keeps getting circulated for a couple different reasons. I want to talk about why and how just kind of silly and dumb the whole thing is. Nothing really personal against the creators, but this is 26 million views. That is, I don't think my whole page has 2 million views yet. And I've been doing this like consistently for a while. And I mean, that's crazy. Congrats on them for getting that stuff. But what did it take to get that? Why did this video get 26 million views in the Pokemon community? That is not chump change at all. And it's about a Pokemon topic. Let's study this. And I'm aware of what he said. We'll address that.
You know the story of Cubone, right?
No.
They're Charmanders. Charmanders that never had their tails lit because their mother Charizard died.
Jeez.
So this is not a new theory that's been floated around. Like, this is something that's been proposed a little bit. And I mean, it's basically got shut down. There's a much more popular theory about Charmander and Cubone, and like Cubone especially, about it possibly being related to a Kangaskhan. Like, it's like the Kangaskhan kid and the mother is Kangaskhan. That, it makes a little bit more sense. Pretty sure game theory talk about it. It's not just a theory. That's a game theory. Haha, whoa. Old YouTube, am I right? Anyway, these theories are not new. But any Pokemon fan will tell you immediately that's not how Charmanders work. And it's basic as just you watching the anime. You don't have to do anything. You watch the Indigo League. Remember that Charmander? Damien's Charmander specifically. That was left on that fucking rock because Damien's an asshole. He was just like, I don't want this Charmander. He's not very strong. Or something like that, right? And Ash went and got him. Hey, you know why he got Charmander out of the rain or was attempting to help him out? It wasn't because of his fire extinguished. He was going to turn to a fucking Cubone. Like, you imagine, hey, Brock, let's get there. We don't want this Charmander to turn into a Cubone. That's not Charizard. He loses value if he doesn't turn into one.
When a mother Charizard passes away and the eggs hatch, there's nothing to protect them. The only protection they can get is from their mother's skull.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, indeed. If only that's actually how Cubones worked. I mean, does Marowak mean anything to anybody? Like, I mean, if you've just played Red and Blue, period, you would know that Team Rocket, Mr. Fuji says, oh yeah, Team Rocket killed Cubone's mom. That's why this Cubone's hanging out right here and all that stuff. The spirit in Lavender Tower, they're just hanging out in there. The Marowak, that's not how this stuff works. That's not what this is. And even if that theory was something that was going to propose like a fucking Kangaskhan, makes way more sense, even though that's not true either. It's not something that was ever canonically proven, but like look, that's not how Charmanders work. I'm going somewhere with this, not just picking fun at somebody for not knowing the lore, I promise you.
Because what does the skull look like? It's a Charizard's skull. And the weirdest thing of all is that Cubones can learn fire-type moves. Why would that be a thing?
Yeah, I always thought they were ground or normal.
Yeah, they're normal. Yeah, they're normal. Yeah, they're normal.
That first guy was right. They're ground type, not normal type. But let's fucking go with that. Oh, he's normal. He's a normal type, all right. He's normal. That bone right there. Yeah, Cubone's definitely not ground type. Marowak, that's, oh my god. Anyway, but the thing I was going to say about that is like straight up like, oh, he can learn fire type moves. Therefore, he must be related to Charmander. Yeah, you know who else can learn fire type moves? Skuntank. Skuntank can actually just use fucking flamethrower. It can just blast it right out of their asshole. It's great. It's something that's super funny to watch in the actual sprites for the Diamond Pearl Platinum game. Hey, you know who else can learn fire type moves? Hypno. Someone said it in your comments actually. Hypno can learn some of the elemental punches. Fucking Hitmonchan can learn fire punch, ice punch, thunder punch. Hey, that's not a fire type. Must be related to Charmander though, because it can learn these moves, right? That must be what it is. Ooh.
All is that Cubones can learn fire type moves. Why would that be a thing?
Yeah, I always thought they were ground or normal.
Yeah, they're normal. Yet, mysteriously they learned fire type? They had to have been Charmanders.
They had to have been Charmanders. They had to have been Charmanders because they mysteriously learned fire type moves. So, this video has 26 million views, and it is just of the sloppiest non-takes in Pokemon that any actual Pokemon fan just hears that stuff, and they just go like, well, that's not true. I mean, Charmanders, when their flames go out, they die. They don't turn into Cubones. Like, that's not what happens, buddy, but okay. This has 26 million views from Wentworth Bros. I'm not hating, by the way. Congrats on that many views. That's kind of crazy, but you can actually break down why this video got so many views super easily when you look at it. So this is not a new tactic where you take something like from an established fan base and kind of twist it to get some views. So this is not uncommon. Say something that's a little bit wrong in a fan base, and people go wild. It can't be too obviously wrong. It can't be like, oh, I love when Agumon showed up and Ash threw a trapezoid at it and then had it use Dual Master Blaster or something. Like, you can't say anything like that. But, like, theories like this where people are kind of spitballing stuff, it's perfect. Because normal people that don't, like, actually love Pokemon quite as crazy much as we do, hey, they can still be Pokemon fans, but say they're normal. And they're, like, not fucking doing this shit every goddamn day. So, they look at that, they see it, they propose a theory that on surface level, if you don't look at the Pokedex or anything like that, makes sense. They're like, oh, wow, that's super cool. Charmander's Cubone. And they like hit like, and they move on with their day. Cool. Get some views on that, get some traction. Where you're going to get your actual interactions is all the comments from people who like Pokemon a lot. And they're like, Charmanders don't do that, bro. That's not how Charmanders work. The theory for Kangaskhan makes a lot more sense. What about all these Pokemon that can learn fire type moves? Bro, Cubone's not normal type. Like, it's going to be those people. They leave comments. Those comments get heavily upvoted. That's going to be a lot of traction right there. Of course, you still need some luck with all this stuff. But look at that. You've got two sources of people finding and liking your content. You got assholes like me reacting to it, going like, oh, look at these jokers right here making this stuff. You got actual fans in the comment section telling these jokers they're wrong, and then you got average normal people listening to this stuff and be like, oh, I remember Charmander. I guess that kind of makes sense. They look a little similar. They're kind of small, and if you don't really look too hard, it kind of looks like a Charmander without a flame on its tail. So you're getting fucking 3 different groups of people looking at stuff like this with it circulating, and people do this a lot. This is not exclusive to Pokemon. You can do this with any fan base. Just say something that's slightly off, and you're going to get a ton of comments where people are like, actually, that's not Pichu, it's Pikachu. Actually, Ash's Charizard's not really as tall as other Charizards, but it's still pretty cool. Actually, it's not just a Mega Greninja, it's Ash Greninja. Ash Greninja is the one you'll get stuff like that where people who actually know it, and these comments are gonna get upvoted, they're gonna get traction. Like, that's generally how videos like this get crazy traction. Or you gotta do something crazy, pull a goddamn Great Value Pokerev and copy somebody cutting a pack in half for views. Yeah, super cool, man. That's if you want to get your views that way, twist your nuts, sit on that stuff any way you want. But that's why stuff like this gets crazy amounts of views, because they use the fandom and the knowledge that we know versus the knowledge they may or may not know against them. And you can go look at their whole page. You can go look at their whole channel. I actually found them first because they posted some video about Sonic being a copy of Dragon Ball Z, because there's Super Sonic and there's Super Saiyan, there's 7 Chaos Emeralds and there's 7 Dragon Balls. Somehow Tails is Bulma, somehow. Yeah, they try to spin that. I'm not fucking joking. That's in one of their videos. We're like, oh yeah, they're both a little tech savvy. Bulma made the tracker and, you know, Tails has a wrench. That's Tails. So I'm not joking, man. And those ones didn't catch on. Like 26 million is like their biggest viewed video by far. And their videos don't do bad on views, but that is easily the best viewed video. Like, I think the other ones are sitting like 20K, 25K, stuff like that. Maybe a couple thousand K. That's not chump change. That's still great views. Good job, guys. But like, that's generally, yeah, that one right there with the fucking before fix Sonic. That's the video I watched. Oh god, did you know Super Saiyan is like basically just Super Sonic? That's all I got. Just wanted to explain that stuff. Views are nuts. Views are crazy. There's no rhyme or reason to YouTube. There's no rhyme or reason to content. Hell, my video yesterday could have got a boatload of views. I had all the ingredients to do so. People could have easily disagreed with my take on full arts. Could have got spread around. People could have made videos going like, look at this Joker right here. He wears beanies. He sits in rooms with plushies. He jerks around on his own ding dong. And he says things about full arts being cool. And there's beautiful SCRs right here. Oh yeah, real hot take. Guys, did you know CSRs are actually, pretty cool? The cards that literally look just like alternate arts and feature trainers. Those are actually super cool and yeah, great fucking scolding take. The cards that look like alt arts are cool. Yeah, that's a fantastic take. Don't burn yourself without scalding. That was. Woo. Good thing you didn't do that. That's all I got. Appreciate it, virgins. If you're making content, trying to get views, the best thing I could say, be consistent, man. Just keep uploading the best you can. Keep trying to put stuff together that your content viewing space likes, your peers want to see you do. Find a little niche, find something you're good at, keep putting it up. And I swear to God, people like what you do. I don't know why people like me, but here I am. So that's all I got. Appreciate it, virgins. Hey, don't let that fire go out on Charmander. He might turn into a Cubone.